All right, we're live. Then let's welcome everybody in. And welcome to Point Taken. If you're new here, you're in the right spot. Every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, Point Taken goes live, only on Twitch Spedrock.
Are we done? Are we getting paid? I don't know.
Welcome to Point Taken, where opinions become weapons, points become power, and only one voice walks out with the gold. Let's find out who's about to get politely eliminated.
And yes, one of these folks are about to get politely eliminated. Welcome into episode 7 of Point Taken. That right there is the brains of the operation, two-time champion, reigning gold medalist. Brains, how you doing from Kicking At It 2?
Doing good. I can't wait to get this thing started.
Oh, yeah, me too. And then you got, the resident encyclopedia up there in Canada, just like me, waiting on the nor'easter. How you doing, Stampede?
How's it going, eh?
How's it going, eh? I swear to God. Mob, you're picking up another 12 inches of snow, brother. Can you pick up your second gold medalist? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm going to try my best. I still got to get off of that interim label. I need to get my first one.
That's what I'm talking about. And then the guy we call the final boss, two-time champion, first guy to go back-to-back. Now we have another one. This is a challenger, the reigning gold medalist right there. But Carlos, welcome back in. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Let me go find. Let me Nancy Kerrigan really quick. So give me go Nancy Kerrigan really quick so I can win this one. Doing good, guys. Again, you guys saw some nice and sunny out here in Cali. Beautiful day. Good day to be alive.
It is a beautiful day out there in California.
So far.
All right, so everybody knows we get about 10 to 15 minutes on the first 5 slides. You guys know you get 25 to 30 seconds to get your word out there. Every point counts to the very end. The DDDs will be singing yet again at when you get eliminated, so don't feel bad. 30 seconds if you get eliminated, of course you know that, and then it's 1 minute FaceTime if you're the winner. All right, we're going to start this off with a little sad note. We got Nixon Newell talking about retiring at the end of the year. We're going to start with Brains here because I know how much you like her as much as Big Mike, my co-host on the Run In. So what do you think about this? Do you think she actually retires at the end of the year or not?
Unfortunately, I think she does. I mean, I love Nixie. However, she has kind of been snake bit for a while. She'll get in, she'll get hurt, she'll get in, something will happen, she'll get in, and something else. Like at some point, you have to just cut your losses and be like, right, maybe this isn't the world for me. It's really unfortunate, but yeah, I think she's done.
Stampede.
Well, we know where she ain't retiring at. Fucking idiot. AEW, right? She could have went out. She had a chance to get on a nice little platform, her and her friend Miranda, but no, couldn't do that. We want more time to lose, right? So she'll wrap up this year. Hopefully she'll stay healthy. She'll get enough matches in to kind of get it all out of her system. But yeah, she kind of fucked up if this was her last year because she had a chance to have a much better run than what it's going to be.
Mob.
Man, I mean, Stampede really ran that one home. He hit everything needed to be said, but I'll just say this. I think that she wants to be in one place. I don't think they have really any interest in her, and I don't think she has it in her to want to run around the indies or even be in the number 2 promotion. So I believe this is true. I think she retires, especially with her girls showing up for a tryout.
That's true. Hey, Carlos. That was actually true.
In my head, I'm like sad news, and when I saw this thing, I'm like, this isn't sad. Like exactly what Stampede said. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. She had every chance to get on, have a good thing, and she blew it. She was too big to fucking humble herself. Adios. Have fun building your OnlyFans with Elena and Mandy. Good luck to you.
Wow,
Peace
Elena's
out.
gonna do pretty well in over there in TNA, I think.
Oh yeah, but she's still gonna keep her OnlyFans too. Live for her.
Hey, it's all good in the hood. Hey, look.
To each their own, man. I'm all for it.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin Nash on his Click This, the Kevin Nash podcast, he called Javon Evans Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles for him, right? He wants him to be a little bit more edgier, okay? Stampede, I'm going to start with you on this one. Do you look at Javon Evans as Mr. Bojangles, or do you see him as the kid that's, getting over for who he is?
He's getting over for who he is. But this is just a fucking bonehead statement from Kevin. Like, I mean, who says that in the world in 2026, right? Like, I mentioned this to Mike on the show we did Thursday. Like, I went to comment on the match that he had in the three-way, and I really paused doing it. It's like, because I had to make sure what I was going to say, I worded it correctly, because Mr. Nass certainly didn't. But this kid has an amazingly bright future.
Oh, yes. Mob.
Came from a good place, I believe, but said some. I mean, what he said came out as a disaster. I think he just wants a little bit more anger, a little bit more toughness than, like the cool kid out of Evans. So I do see that. I think that he wanted to give a little bit of advice like he did with Raquel, but he could have said this 1,000 times better. It sounded like shit. So I'll say I agree with the statement. I hate how he said it.
Carlos.
Like Kevin knows his system, right? And so I'm sure ever since Javon's been there, they've been telling him, "Hey, you need to talk better. You need to not be yourself. You need to be more corporate." And he stood still and he's kept his ground and he stayed who he is. He stays true to himself. Kevin should champion that, and I get where he's coming from, but because he's probably seen guys who don't get over because of that. But like, wait 5 years, the guy's barely getting fucking started. Like if he's still stuck in the mid card, if he's not getting elevated. Like then criticize him. But for now, like the dude is over. He got himself over despite all that. Let the dude fly, literally.
Brains.
I think Swerve said it best. This man is, as young as he is, 2,000 times as far as good as Swerve was at his age.
Oh yeah.
He's got years ahead of him. As far as the ridiculous thing, this is, I've got a black friend coded. He just should have said the compliment of he's good and left it the fuck alone. And then when he goes to apologize for it, puts his foot more in his mouth of, well, I'm the only one talking about black talent. No, you're not. Shut the fuck up. We're old white dudes. This is not our space. Stay the fuck out.
Yeah, that's true. That is 100% true. Damn. Look, I can't even say it any better than that right there. That was that was 100% true right there. But look, we all know Bad Bunny has a WrestleMania offer, but TNA also said, hey, listen, the door's open anytime you want to come. All right? So this is reported off of Ringside News. They said TNA, gave Bad Bunny an offer to make an appearance anytime he wants to. Mob, we'll start with you. What do you make of this?
I mean, I like Bad Bunny's done good in WWE. I think that it'd be good for TNA to get eyes over there if you could get Bad Bunny in. Now, I just think that they're reaching way above their pay grade. So I think this would be a smart move for them. But unless WWE is paying, I don't see this happening.
Carlos.
Which big celebrity wouldn't have an open invitation to TNA? Okay, like I'm not shocked by this. Probably Taylor Swift has an open invitation. The Backstreet Boys have an open invitation. Cyndi Lauper has an open invitation. Anyone can come to fucking TNA. They're fucking drifters, man. Anything to fucking spike their ratings to save a buck.
I feel that. Brains.
Despite the fact that this is like WWE's fourth brand, obviously he has an open spot to go in there. WWE might even fit the bill. I do kind of hope it happens. I love Santana. I do. But there's something I just can't connect with on him. And I think if you could have Bunny come in there and do some sort of story like they did with Damian Priest of getting him more out there in front of the people, I think it would be a good call. But yeah, the money side of that, you're going to have to pay out some bucks, man, or call up TKO and be like, hey, help us out.
Yeah, exactly. Stampede. Yeah, you're right about that.
Ringside News, the National Enquirer of the wrestling news media cycle.
Yes. Yes. Automatic 5 points for that one. Okay. Right. God, that was beautiful.
And Bunny going to TNA, like, what are they going to pay him? Like a fucking mixtape and a half-drank bottle of Dr. Pepper? Like they can't sign people beyond 3 months.
God.
Like, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna get Bad Bunny. Like, go get your head checked. It
Damn.
falls into the same category as TNA is like black and gold. Yeah, right.
Oh my! Hey, he referenced an old episode, right? That's funny. That's funny. All right, listen, Rikishi. Yes, I went on and listened to this. Rikishi off the top. He said that WWE dropped the ball with the White Six. And Carlos, we're gonna start with you. Do you agree with Rikishi on this, or is this just a character issue all around for all these guys?
I mean, Stampede and I we were doing our spaces when this first started. I don't think neither of us thought this was gonna be a success. Are you fucking like who thought they were actually gonna get this fucking run? Are you kidding me? Like, there's no fucking way. This was a mistake from the very beginning. Should have never touched it. Should just. I mean, again, out of respect for Brand, I'm glad they did it, but they dropped the ball because again, you don't keep an act on TV for 6 months, not put on WrestleMania when they're the hottest. It's just their arrogance. They think, well, we can just heat it up whenever we wanted to. No, you should have grounded it from the very beginning. So yeah, they fucked it up, but at the same time, I'm not surprised by it. It was Sting Bent from the very beginning.
Stampede.
Yeah, me and Carlos touched on this many times in a lot of our spaces, but they had 9 months minimum, like, to come up with literally anything for this group to do other than being an homage to Bray and essentially a tribute group to what Bray wanted to do.
Yep.
And they didn't do anything other than that, and still haven't really. Like, they're still running the same shtick. You know, Nikki Cross hasn't had a match since fucking Michael Jackson was topping the charts back in 1984.
God damn.
Like, you know, like, get her in the ring, man. She can wrestle. You know, she's running around with VHS tapes. You know, like, it's just been horribly done from outside of the presentation. Horribly done since its inception.
Brains.
You murdered a man on live television, and then he came back in the ring the next week. You killed it from the start. The thing with these types of gimmicks, and I'm going to risk giving Stampede some points here because on our show we did together, he said, "Do you like a PG-13 horror movie? That's what this is." I love the group. I love the idea, but at some point the bell rings.
Yep.
And the bell's rung like 4 times since they started. So I don't give a shit because you haven't been in the ring. Give me something to care about other than flashy lights and Bo showing up, sometimes in masks, sometimes in not. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Give me something else.
Mob.
Love the group, love the aura. I think they had something they could have did big here, but I mean, like Brain said, they killed it off the first night, and I think it's the booker that's writing doesn't understand how to write for this type of character. Now, the truth is, though, for people that think that they, was gonna go over the top and get big, none of these wrestlers in this group had a very high ceiling outside of maybe Nikki. You threw a bunch of mid-carders in the group and thought they was gonna then climb to the top of the ladder. They're where they were supposed to be, but it has been bad booking.
Yeah, I agree with that. I did go Carlos, didn't I? I feel like I saw someone leap. There he goes.
I started first. Yeah,
I thought so.
first.
I thought so. I was like, hold on here. I did do that. See, this is what happens on live television, folks. And listen, this one right here hits me hard. All right, I did some digging, okay, and via Brandon Thurston, okay, I found out that WrestleMania tickets are going up. Okay, the cheap seats, as you can see, 400 level right now are around $854. Okay, for the floor seats, they're around $8,998. Let's say $9,000. You know what I could do with $9,000? You know what I could do with $9,000? I could make a lot of stuff happen outside. All right, of my house, I can make a lot of good things happen. We're gonna start with Brains on this one. Is TKO draining the WWE fans and forcing people to go over to AEW here soon?
Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
That is a
How
lot.
about I give you $2 and you hang me from the rafters? If anybody gets that throwback, I appreciate you. I love you. This is something that's been coming down for a while. TKO is the one forcing the price change here. They're wanting it to be more of a spectacle like UFC was, which we see how popular that is. Ronda Rousey's fighting for a different promotion because she wants to show what a real fight could show as far as monetarily. And I don't even like her, but she's got a point. UFC's failing. this is going to make it fail too. I get it. You want to get more money out of it, but the whole point of what wrestling has been built on is families, and you're going to get that churn if you have the family bring the kids love it, the kids grow up and have kids, they bring their kids. That's how the shit works.
Yep.
If you're only going to be giving it to the high dollar people, eventually it's just going to die off. I don't think they're pushing them to AEW, but that's a good question.
Sorry, you were like 2 seconds. Stampede. Now I switched it over to 30.
So, there's an old saying that the harder you squeeze, the more things will slip through your fingers, right? That's what they're doing, right? And when those things slip through your fingers, they're going to land somewhere. So where are they going to land, right? They're going to land with your competition, right? The ticket prices, they're driving people away. They're doing these blackouts. That's going to drive people away. Well, if I can't fucking see this, I want to see something, right? What can I see? Their competition, Couple that in with the overall bad press that they have, the associations that they seem to really, really like they're just alienating portions of their own wrestling fans.
That's true.
They're systematically doing this to themselves. So,
Mob. That is true.
And this. I don't think this will ever change their hardcore as far as TV audience. But I mean, when someone can't afford something, they can't afford something. So whether it's AEW, whether it's the next promotion, whether it's going to more NXT events, if they're cheaper, they're gonna go somewhere. You ain't gonna people. I hope people aren't gonna risk their living situations for these type of tickets, and it's effing ridiculous at this point.
Carlos.
Never fear, WWE Universe. When the TKO well dries up, babyface Vince McMahon and the Prince of Saudi Arabia will coming back to buy WWE and slash ticket prices and be the heroes of the story. Never fear, it's coming soon, my friends.
I swear. Oh man. All right. So since Carlos just finished, we're gonna start the DDD sound. Hit the buzzer. Got the DDDs going. Oh wait, wrong one. DDDs. Boom. Yeah, I'm getting used to playing this still. Alright, so folks, here's the first elimination. You guys see it, they don't. That's the beauty of this show. And I want to know from all of you guys, real quick, who do you think got eliminated first? Oh, my bad. Horror, who do you bring?
That's a rough question, man.
Hey, come on. I just want to see. I want to see who do you guys think. You guys been bringing the fire. You guys brought the fire. All of you guys brought the fire. All right. It was only separated by 4 points. Honest to God.
I think he took me out first, again, because he didn't mute me.
I didn't mute you.
No, I think maybe Mob he doubled down on saying
one of the brown guys.
Contestants are right.
Oh man, one of the brown guys.
Oh shit!
Listen, he's not wrong though. I'm sorry. I have to do it now. It's Carlos. He lost this time.
That's all good.
No, Carlos. All right, man. Give me maybe 30 seconds, my brother. I'm sorry. Miss having you though.
Am I ready?
No, yeah, you're good.
Fuck guys. Gotta start with that. Hey guys, I want to encourage people, if you've never been to an AEW event, I just came back from one. It's literally like a rock concert. And I just encourage you. I've met a lot of WWE fans going there for the first time because, again, they have been outpriced by WWE and they have a blast. So I encourage you, if they're in your town, you can't afford those prices anymore, give it a chance because it's really a fun time. And it's like going to a rock concert. So I'll land my plane there. Thanks, guys. Have a great show, everybody. Good luck.
Oh, man, this is going to be fun, folks, because I'm going to leave his X handle up as well. So everybody still go follow his X account. You see it right there. And now we got, the three. We're going to have a 3-time champion, potentially. You can back out, Carlos. Have a 3-time champion, or are we going to have a 2-time champion between the two? All right. We're going to start off with...
I bet there's going to be a Michael in the finals.
Probably not. We'll see. Damn it, he got me all messed up. Okay, so Chris Van Vliet interviewed Rusev. Rusev said he just wanted to go back to WWE because it makes him feel like a real professional wrestler. He missed the grind. He missed that he really likes to do. He wanted to wrestle. He wanted to mix it up with the best. And he knows that the AEW roster is clearly stacked, but WWE's is really stacked. Buy or sell the comment? Is this just a corporate comment, or is this actually something that he really means? We'll start with Mob down there.
All right, so I'm gonna crumple this up, spit on it, and kick it out the window. This is bullshit. Like, Rusev's been a problem in WWE. Then he was a problem as Miro. Now he's back and he's off TV again. At this point, his head's doing 360s, and I don't believe anything he says. I don't even know if he's with his wife or not. That isn't even clarified no more. So I'm selling this. I ain't buying anything.
Brains. I love it.
So face level, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I'm not gonna do too much into it, but him being over in AEW, they really only had one resource for television for him to be on. He was never on it. They could have put him in ROH, but they have that problem with like 90 other people on the roster. So put him over there could have been an option to give him more of a grind. At least here, he's got options of maybe being in AAA, maybe being in NXT, maybe being over in TNA. He's got options where they could stick him if they've got nothing else to do with him. So at least for the face value of a statement, yeah, sure. You got more options to grind here. I get you. Go ahead.
Stampede. I like that.
Oh, this is a huge sell. Like, how self-unaware is this fucking idiot? Like, really? I mean, oh, I want to work more. It's like, well, you just came from a company that you were with for about 3 years, right? That allows you to go work more in other places, right? There's a guy who just left the company that Rusev is in now, named Andrade, who is literally everywhere.
Yep.
He's wrestling in AEW. He's wrestling over in Germany. He just won a title. He wrestled last night in House of Glory against Charles Mason. Amazing match if you haven't seen it. He's wrestling next weekend at a show Spence going to be at New Japan.
For the title.
This guy complained and he wanted to work more. I'm like, fuck off, man.
Yeah, no, I get that because, yeah, you're right. You know, Andrade's fighting Yota Ushi for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Come on. He can work a little. I mean, you got ELP versus Takesha for the New Japan Television title. You got Athena versus Suri going on as well for the IWGP Women's Championship.
Athena.
Yeah, that's gonna be I told
George
my wife.
Oliver, Alec Price, they were for AEW. They're on the show.
Exactly.
Private Party were on House of Glory last night.
Exactly.
MJF was. If this guy wanted to work,
MJF defended his AEW championship on House of Glory last night in a great match. All right,
and shook Zilla's hand. That's a rarity.
That is a rarity.
8.35 rating on the Stampede scale. Go watch it.
Listen, this one's funny. I know. Okay, I saw a picture of Brock Lesnar and his daughter. Yeah, her boyfriend hugging her and stuff. And Lesnar standing there. Buy or sell, Brock Lesnar kills the kid, destroys the kid. I'm sorry, in 0.3 seconds. Whore, we'll start with you because you're a dad. We're all dads, but yeah.
Absolutely. If he doesn't get locked up before then, I'll leave it there.
Mom.
I'm gonna say yeah. Not a fan of Brock, but yeah, we'll destroy him. I'm gonna buy that. But I did see a picture of them beside each other, and I didn't realize that boy looked like he was bigger than Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
That is one thing. He looked pretty big.
That's interesting. Stampede.
Yeah, Brock ain't destroying nobody, man. Because the last thing he wants is getting fucking picked up and thrown in any kind of a room that has a cell on it. Because once they get him, they may not let him back out.
Yeah,
so
no.
He'll just sit there and bide his time, like Michael Myers in the bushes, peeking out from the side. Like that's about as dangerous as he's going to be at this.
I don't know, man. Freaking what's his name? He just got out of jail too. Cain Velasquez. Yeah. He just got out of jail. He whooped some ass. All right, listen. He did what he did, and listen. As a dad, I would have done the same thing. I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, I'm just saying. I protect my babies. Yeah. As I'm just saying. All right, look. The final buy or sell before this elimination. We had this was off the No Contest Wrestling. All right, yes, Bed listens to a lot. John Cena was on there, and he said Bruce Pritchard said this to him for your last match. I'm thinking about a one-match show. And then John Cena hit him with, you will kill the audience. You will absolutely murder the live event audience. Okay? Buy or sell. Is Bruce Pritchard that stupid? Stampede, I'll start with you.
He's beyond whatever that stupid is. He's in a category like all to himself. Like, do they not know what their product is? They're not a match top tier heavy organization and haven't been for decades, right? Like I don't know if they view these things like Okada Omega and Okada Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom, but it ain't. You can't run a whole show based on what they do with one match. It just would never work. John is bang on with this. It just would have killed the live event. Would not have been good.
Brains.
Just like in mayoral and governor and all, we need terms on who's behind creative as well.
Yeah.
Because this is some old head looking stuff. This is the kind of guy that because of him, we're probably going to end up getting an egg inside that goddamn box. And either that or Cornette's going to be in there, because if it's in a box, it gets over. I don't know. But no, John is 100% right. There's no way that this would have done any good numbers if it was just the one match. I love Big Match John, but we know it's a John Cena match. We know what it's going to be.
Yep. Yeah, you're right about that. All right, Mob, finish us off.
Man, you had one part of it right. I mean, I'm selling this as far as believing that you could do a one match event, but the one thing I will buy is you would absolutely murder that audience, because people would probably be passing out in despair, having to watch one match for however long they think they was gonna go on with that trash. Finish a move 25 times from both wrestlers, a bunch of punches. Listen, you got to get this. At no wrestling event, not even Kenny and Okada, I think could have did a one match event. You got to sell this.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
Cena
That episode, it was a great episode.
Cena would be out there looking for Jey Uso's oxygen tank to have a match, but it's not going to happen.
God, that's funny. Listen, folks on Twitch, you guys see who is going on. All right, we're going to say the reigning defending gold medalist is going on, okay? And Stampede. Mob, your 30 seconds starts now. You lost by 1, dude. 1 point.
Well, listen, man. All it means is I gotta step my shit up next week. But I do want to shout out the squad. Shout out to everybody that's in there and everybody that's tuning in. Continue to support this show every Saturday at 3 p.m. Also, catch us every Sunday for Good Morning IWC. Details coming for a time change. Other than that, head on over to Mike and Ant Sports and the Elite Mob Podcast. And I want to shout out Gimmick Media as well as Spedrock Productions. But I'm here to watch the rest of this show. Nobody tune out. Get those comments going.
Oh, yeah, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be good because Stampede's been on his shit today. Look at him. He's like, I'm going to catch up. So I got to reset the score. All right? Everybody starts with 0. We know how the final one goes. All right? We all know. Best 2 out of 3. You have to win 2 slides out of 3, folks. Let's get this going. First one is Brock Lesnar went out and stated that out of everyone in the locker room, Kane is the strongest. All right? It's like knocking a tree over, he said. Okay? And that he could not beat him in arm wrestling. That's what that picture is right there. At all. Okay? What do you guys make of this? Is he giving flowers, to the Big Red Machine when a lot of people haven't given a big flowers to the Big Red Machine? Or is this just, Brock Lesnar picking his favorites and giving, the old school guys, a little nudge? We'll start with Stampede because I want to hear this.
I'd say it's a little bit of both. He's probably giving some flowers to guys that he's been in the ring with a little bit more, and he's also giving some flowers to somebody that aligns very much with the mindset of this promotion and the people running it and the current administration. So I think what he's doing is kind of serving a dual purpose with this.
Brains?
I think he's giving flowers by throwing whatever shit he finds. Because first of all, arm wrestling is about 70% technique, 30% strength. It's not about like how strong you are in most cases. And strongest dude, like pound for pound, the strongest dude that I've ever seen is Claudio Castagnoli. Like I don't know why.
God.
Or you got Mark Henry over there bending spoons with his bare hands. Like that's a bit of a stretch.
I mean, Mark Henry did win the World's Strongest Man title, years ago. So I will give you the point for that one right there. All right, so Stampede, you got to win the next 2, brother. And listen, Bianca Belair gave us all a update. She said 10 months post-injury, 8 months of rehab, 5 doctors later. She had to get her knuckle and her tendons redone, She said, consider yourself lucky. I hope you never have to find out about this pain. Listen, when she comes back, do you think she gets pushed back into the top tier, or does she help out that mid-card division when she comes back? Brains.
I mean, they've got to put her back. They're kind of floundering on the top of the spot because they have so many of the top people in tag teams because they can't focus on one thing at the same time. I do want to just say with the rest of my time, Godspeed for her. I've seen her recovery videos of her doing the PT, and good Lord, the pain in her face is just agonizing. I have turned the video off. I can't sit there and watch it.
Stampede.
Oh, she will instantly go back to the top tier, like instantly, because they're so creatively bankrupt there that like they just won't have anything else standing in her way. Like they've proven that over a long period of time. As for her injury, I had my knuckle broken. It's still pushed way back. It's an extremely painful thing to have happen. Mine was a little different. I decided to hit an inanimate object one time. So yeah, I mean, I hope she recovers in like a full recovery, but that's not a good injury. Like people downplayed it much more than what it actually was.
Oh no, trust me, I know. I broke my knuckle. I broke my pinky knuckle a couple of times. I broke these a couple. My right hand knuckles. It's crazy. I'll give you the point on that one because this final one is for both of you. If Chris Jericho's not in that box, right? I'm going to ask you guys this because there's belief by Fightful that Chris Jericho's firmly under AEW contract. And we talked about that box a little bit ago about an egg potentially going in there. If it's not Chris Jericho and his contract has been frozen because after he took off in 2025, right? Who is in that damn box? Let's start with Stampede.
Well, Chris Jericho will not be in that box. I'm 99.9% sure that it will not be him. My guess is Danhausen. I think he shows up. If they wanted to do something really off the wall, have Danhausen and Evil be in there and debut them as a tag team. Danhausen comes out first, very nice, and then Big Evil, very evil. Now that would be interesting, right? Do something like that. Instant tag team. Evil's House of Torture shit, like would work with Danhausen, punching people in the groin and all that stuff. That's his shtick, right? So do something like that. Make it interesting, make it entertaining. But they won't do it.
Brains.
It'll be something disappointing, and we'll forget about it within 3 or 4 years until they put a compilation together of all the stupid shit they've done, like when they do the anonymous Raw general manager shtick. It's going to be something stupid. I would love it to be Danhausen. Sounds like a great pick. And that's a very entertaining thing. I kind of want to fantasy book that now. I wish it could be Saraya. I wish it could be anybody interesting. I don't want it to be Jericho. His no titty having ass at this point. Like he doesn't need to be in the box either. Just have them go out there and go, what's in the box for 5 minutes. It's fine. Just it's going to be a drag, whatever it is.
No, I agree with that. I like what Stampede said. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, Stampede wins this one. All right, I'm going to give you your points. Stampede is going to be. Hold on, we're going to let the DDDs do their thing before we get our 30 seconds. But Brains, you fought fucking hard. 4 weeks in a row, my man. You have been right here at either the top or top 2, okay? Listen, I have to thank you for being on this show. It's been a blessing to have you on here. I love your takes. You are 100% family here on this show. And listen, take your 30 seconds, my man.
Win, lose, or draw, this is what we do. I feel like I need to say that with a bigger nose and more of a shaved head. This is what we do. But every single competitor here has brought it. It's what point taking is all about. It's about passion, pressure. It's proving that we're such fans for this and doing it in a respectful manner. If you love bold takes, big moments, keep watching this and keep going with this. We're just getting started. The conversation doesn't stop here, though. If you want to see me, if you want to see my partner, at Kicking Out at 2 on pretty much everything except for Twitter, which is at Kicking Out 2 PC. And watch tonight because it's the first episode of the Open Challenge. It's our mental health podcast that we're just starting. So that will be tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time over on YouTube.
Hell yeah. All right. And, you know, the DDD sang for you. And, my bad, I forgot to hit the buzzer. We're going to give you your 1 minute. Go ahead, Stampede. 2-time champion.
2-time champ. See, all I had to do was mention Danhausen, and then that cursed Michael, and it got me my crown back. That was the game plan all along, right? It worked. Great bunch of panelists on this show. Like, everybody knows their stuff. You know, they come with great points of view, you know, and valid arguments for all of them. So if you're not following everyone that's on here, make sure you do that. Make sure you watch Michael's show tonight. That is a very important show and a very important topic, one that's near and dear to my heart. Overall, the wrestling, you know, Michael said, and I love Michael saying on this, it's a buffet.
Yep.
You know, you're not going to like everything, but go out and explore. You know, it's a great big world of wonder up there as far as wrestling. I watched yesterday alone. I had time off from school. I watched 6 different promotions. They were all different, and there was good things in all of them. Like I really, really enjoyed that yesterday, just floating from one to another. So go look. You'll be glad you did. You'll find a lot of stuff that you like.
Well, hey, listen, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Point Taken. We do this every Saturday right here at 3 p.m. on Twitch. You heard Mob Miz. We're doing Good Morning IWC tomorrow, 10 a.m. You see it right there, right here on Twitch. And then we put it up on his YouTube channel. He will get me that damn QR code one of these days. But that QR code down there is for the Run In Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Go follow that right there. We're sitting at 300, I believe. Trying to get higher. I don't understand why we can't get more. We've been promoting that like crazy. But, hey, listen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be easy.